Morning, ladies and gentlemen. Michael Palmisano here, and doing another drum video. I've done a couple. I've done the Danny Carey one. I've done the Dave Lombardo one, and my friend who I grew up playing drums with, Justin Gupta, the Juice as we call him. He saw that post on Instagram the other day about I just finally got the Pearl Session custom set up in the barn. And moving all my stuff over. So I think this is going to be the last video from this room. And he goes, dude, let's do it. Do a drum one. I'll send you some tracks. I said, you know what? Fine. Love it. For the last video in this room, at least for a while, let's do it. And he sends me two. He goes, the Meshuggah one from TOMAS HAAKE is great. Then he said, had to throw in some Holy Wars for good measure. I'm definitely going to do some Holy Wars, the live one soon. So let's do this. So this is it's made full screen. This is Meshuggah Clockworks. Let's do it. Look at the hi-hat. So many cool things. I love the tension on the high coming out of there, right? How it just builds and builds and builds. But dude, him keeping the hi-hat going like that, and watch when he switches over to this hi-hat on this side. There's something about Meshuggah that just like you could count this 5, 7. You could. But it always feels in 4. There's always that polyrhythm that shines through in 4. So watch this. That makes it. If you have that whole groove in there and you remove that hi-hat from there, you don't have it. I mean, everybody listening to this. I mean, again, you could sit there and go crazy and try to count it and break it all down, and there's plenty of stuff to talk about with all the things that he's doing. But the thing about me that makes Meshuggah is that everybody in the audience, musician or non-musician, can lock in on that everybody is bobbing at the same groove, right? They have a true gift of making everything feel like 4/4, like it's in standard time. Just the way they stack their polyrhythms. There's always that current, that. Right? There's always that like singular push throughout all the grooves. I love it. I love it. This guy's crazy. Give it to China. Hear that? Why does he use one glove on his right hand and not the other hand? Anybody in the comments know that? I've never noticed that about him before. Dude is a beast. It's so German. And then move over to the China like that, and then that's the real gift, the secret, whatever you want to call it about Meshuggah, right? Is they stack these different polyrhythms. You could count it a bunch of different ways. You know, it is clearly orchestrated when you listen to the whole package, the guitars and the vocals and everything. It is clearly orchestrated on purpose so that it feels in 4 to everyone. It just shines through. And watch when he rolls over, you know, to riding on that open hi-hat to the China. I mean, it just elevates it, but it's that singular. It feels straight, like feels like it's 4 pulse. I love it. That was killer. That was killer. You know, that is... It's something we should all try. You know, I don't care if you play. I mean, guitar is my main instrument. I don't really play drums. I want to start really playing drums, but just being able to do that, just keep this all day, just and can you vary this hand? You know. You know, it's just if you have that one solid all the way through, you can almost do anything else and count it however you want. It's so bitchin' to watch. They've got this foot on this hi-hat going down too. Yeah, that. Dude. Those strokes on the snare. Brum, brum, ba-da-ba-ga-da, dum, dum. The hi-hat will not move. Dude, again, he's keeping that common pulse throughout. You know, whether it's this hi-hat, both hi-hats, but he's on the China. It looks like he's riding on that crash there, but whatever. But the stuff he's throwing in underneath that to make it all add up, and the way he's catching the beat and dropping it with the snare, like, just watch it. He's here and then he's there, he's here and he's there. It is so incredibly arranged and put together, but feels so loose and huge. But that it is immovable. Right there. You hear how like it went to a halftime feel coming out of that, and then all of a sudden he's like, no, catches it with the snare, and now we're back into it. It's just a taste, right? Right there. A bunch of flames in there. He's literally a machine. We gotta listen to that drop again. That was ridiculous. Look how tired he is at the end. Dude, Thomas, is it Haakhe? Forgive me for not knowing your name, or how to say your name. Dude, an absolute beast. That band, again, there's so many things you could point out in there. There's so many great things to love, but in my opinion, what makes it work, why Meshuggah's, as big of a band as they are, is that they unlike a lot of extremely technical bands, they take all of their precision, all their virtuosity, right? They take all the technical stuff and they arrange it, splice it, use the tones, whatever, all in the singular goal to get one massive, feels like 4/4 headbanging groove. That, to me, that is the takeaway. That you listen to Meshuggah tunes and you're like, I can't count this. I understand it's a polyrhythm, meaning I know that this set of instruments is playing in a different time than that set of instruments, but the overlap creates its own singular pulse. Like, you might not be able to count it or fully understand, or be able to notate it or whatever, but you listen to that and everybody, right? Hi-hat, right? And everybody is just, right? It's to me, that's what makes Meshuggah awesome. It's the commitment to taking that virtuosity, that precision, that level of technicality, and choosing to have the sum greater than the parts, and have that sum be one thing everybody can headbang to. That's it. That's it to me. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for liking. Thanks for subscribing. And I know that, I run a guitar lesson website, not a drum website, but if there's any guitar players out there, you want to join a community that shares great music, motivates and inspires each other to keep picking the thing up, I invite you to click the first link in the description, and obviously it supports everything that you see free here on YouTube and everywhere else that I put free stuff out. That's it. I do love this NASA shirt. Cheers. Thanks, Juice.